Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. I hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Wednesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. I've got to get more coffee. I just finished this. Man, I'm having a hell of a time getting this video going for some reason. I'm not sure why. Takes and takes and takes. I try not to do any edits, so bear with me if I struggle through this one. Coming up with an idea for this one was I kind of hit a roadblock. Usually I have 1,000 ideas going through my head, and this one was not so much. But I came across an idea this morning that, hey, this may be something cool. So I'm going to do This Week in Music. Before we get into everything, though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. It's because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I struggled through with an idea of getting this together. I heard Jeff Witcher say kind of the same thing. Sometimes, again, you have 1,000 ideas going through your head. Other times you say, what the hell am I going to do? But hopefully this is a cool one. And I'm still riding high on the Beatles documentary, Get Back. Just fantastic, fantastic stuff. So I will be showing a couple of Beatles albums just because it coincides with albums released on a particular day. So this is the day in music from November 27th through to December 5th. The only day I couldn't find anything, whether I had or even anywhere, was December 2nd. Maybe you guys can help me find an album that's released on December 2nd. I just couldn't find anything. I did find a cool event that occurred on that date, so I will go from here. So, from November 27th, 1967, got a show Beatles album. Magical Mystery Tour. Part soundtrack, part studio album. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. This is the 2009 remastered version. It's got a Magical Mystery Tour mini documentary with it. Sounds fantastic. You've got, from the soundtrack, you got Magical Mystery Tour, The Fool on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, and I'm the Walrus. And that it also includes Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, All You Need Is Love, and again the mini documentary. But fantastic, part psychedelia. Sorry, I just hit my camera, dropped my notes. I tell you, having a hard time with these videos this morning. Part psychedelia, part just fun. There's the walrus there. There's the lads there. But what a great album release. These guys are just having fun. Love that shot there. The white tux, the classic white tuxes. And yeah. That documentary, by the way, it just not only blows you away, but it just shows how good these guys were. And it puts to rest any myth that they couldn't play, because they could definitely play for sure. They're just fantastic and tight and everything else. So that was November 27th. November 28th, 1974 release, the 7th studio album by the band Yes and Relayer. It's a wonderful, wonderful album. It took me a couple of listens to get into this one because it is unique. Only 3 tracks on the album. There's the band there. You got Steve Howe, Alan White, Chris Squire, Don Anderson, and Patrick Moraz. Side 1, the whole of side 1 is The Gates of Delirium. Side 2, you have Sound Chaser, and To Be Over. But fantastic, fantastic stuff. And again, once you have a second listen or a third listen even, you really understand how good these guys really were. And such a great, great album. November 28th, 1974. November 30th, November 29th. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sad event on November 29th, 2001. George Harrison passes away at the early age of 58. Sad day in history for sure. Sad day in not only music history, but just history itself. Because he's just such part of everyone's lives. An amazing artist, an amazing musician, amazing person. I think had some of the best solo albums ever. This is Dark Horses. Great, great album with some great artists on here. You know, Eric Clapton, Nicky Hopkins, Billy Preston, Willie Weeks, Kumar Shankar. Just amazing, amazing stuff. Dark Horses, and of course this All Things Must Pass. This is the 3 CD set. These were not released on November 29th. It's just the event of George passing away on the 29th of November 2001. Again, a sad day in history. I know there's going to be a couple, and of course with John happening, and eventually, unfortunately, it's just going to happen that the other 2 members will hopefully not too soon, but will sadly pass away as well. And that's just going to be a major event from both of their parts. But let's not think about that right now. We're just going to celebrate George's life, his music, his memories, the amazing person that he was, and he's definitely sadly missed. So, from November 30th, the amazing rock opera The Wall from Pink Floyd. Roger Waters based theme, basically about a rock star called Pink, and his fears and phobias, and creating a wall, imaginary wall around himself. This is such a fantastic album. Some say their best, but 1979 release, the 11th studio album by Pink Floyd. You got Another Brick in the Wall, Run Like Hell, Comfortably Numb, Mother, and Goodbye Blue Sky, Morning Lust. Yeah, Hey You, another fantastic song. Just really, really good stuff. That's November 30th, 1979 in this case. From December 1st, Jimi Hendrix, Axis, Bold as Love. Second studio album by Jimi, released December 1st, 1967, 7 months after the amazing Are You Experienced, his debut album. You got Spanish Castle Magic, Little Wing, just to name a couple of songs that on this great album. Ranked 147 of the top 1,000 albums of all time. Just fantastic stuff for December 2nd, or sorry, December 1st. In this case, 1967. And I love the label on there. It sounds wonderful. Such a great album. From the second, again, I had trouble finding something from the second, even in my collection or anywhere, anywhere. But I did find an event that's kind of comical off of this great album, or having to do with this great album, Animals by Pink Floyd. You know, you got pigs in the wing, you got dogs, you got sheep, just another 3 album track. But this is not released on December 2nd. But during the photo shoot to promote this, it took place, the first one took place on the 1st at Battersea Power Station in London. And they actually hired a sharpshooter or marksman just in case the pig got away, because it's huge. I'll show you the picture of that up there. Nothing happened on that day, but on the second day, in this case the 2nd, the pig actually got detached and took off and flew and ended up landing in a farmer's field in Kent. I don't know how many miles away that was, but the farmer was upset that it scared his cows. Didn't care that there was a pig flying through the air. He was just peed off because it scared his cows. But that was a cool event from the 2nd of December. On the 3rd, I'm going to continue on with the Beatles. Rubber Soul was released. This is an amazing album. This is remastered from the original album. You got Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, This Bird Has Flown, You Won't See Me, Nowhere Man, Think for Yourself, The Word, Michelle, What Goes On, Girl, I'm Looking Through You, In My Life, Wait, If I Needed Someone, and Run for Your Life. It's on the Parlophone label. Yeah, Rubber Soul, what a great album. 1965 released December 3rd. 6th album by the Beatles. More experimental, more psychedelic than their previous albums. Went 6 times platinum. I mean, it's one of my favorite albums ever. Number 34 in the top 1,000 albums of all time. What's not to love about this album? It's fantastic. Fantastic. From December 3rd. December 4th, this great debut album from Wishbone Ash, self-titled Wishbone Ash. You've got the band itself. They were opening for Deep Purple in 1970, and this was released in 1970, by the way, December 4th. And Ritchie Blackmore was so impressed with these guys. They were doing a sound check. Andy Powell was there, the great guitarist for Wishbone Ash. Ritchie stepped in and started jamming with them. And again, Ritchie was so impressed. He went to MCA recording studios and recommended that they sign Wishbone Ash. And of course, the rest is history. Great combination of prog rock, dual lead guitar magic from these guys. A little bit of psychedelia. Fantastic debut from Wishbone Ash. And the cool thing about this release, it's got its own inner sleeve, and the CD itself, this is on the Decca label, it's got the grooves like a record would have also. But great album, great debut from December 4th, in this case 1970. Also from December 4th, I'm going to continue on with the Beatles. Beatles for Sale, 1964, December 4th. These guys were tired, during the filming, during the studio albums, during the touring. These guys were tired. So some people say this is perhaps their weakest album. I don't find that. I think all albums that they put out are fantastic. This is a Beautiful gatefold as well. You got No Reply, I'm a Loser, Babies in Black. So three great originals right off the bat. And then they do a cover of Chuck Berry's Rock and Roll Music. And then they'll do I'll Follow the Sun, again by Lennon and McCartney. Mr. Moonlight, a cover. Kansas City, another cover by these guys. And then the fantastic 8 Days a Week is on here as well. You got Words of Love, Honey Don't, Carl Perkins track, Every Little Thing, another original. I Don't Want to Spoil the Party by Lennon and McCartney. What You're Doing, and they do a Carl Perkins track where George is singing Everyone's Trying to Be My Baby. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. But a great album, great album. It's again, just the circumstances that these guys were going through that perhaps people don't think it's as great as it should be, but I find it's a fantastic, fantastic album. So that's on December 4th, and then finally on December 5th, kind of a Beatles theme, I would say. You got the great Band on the Run by Wings, Paul McCartney and Wings. So Band on the Run, third album, 1973 release, third album by Paul McCartney and Wings, and the fifth album since Paul left the Beatles in 1970. You get great tracks, Hell on Wheels, Jet, Band on the Run, recorded with Linda and Denny Lane, as a couple other members had left. So Paul plays drums, he plays percussion, he plays bass, and a lot of the lead work and guitars as well as this one. Ranked 418 of the best 500 albums of all time by Rolling Stone. Just a great, great album. There's where we are there. Classic, classic stuff. So there you have it, guys. There's some cool stuff from This Week in Music from November 27th through to December 5th. Hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.